Hey guys, this is Jeff with Network Fitness. Today we're going to go over one of the techniques for getting a little bit better use out of self-care for your elbow. Some of you have elbow issues. Maybe it's your triceps coming in the elbow, pulling tight, giving you some tendonitis down there. Maybe it's your forearms, brachioradialis, or some of the other muscles, irritating some tissues there. If it's some type of inflammation, get it diagnosed. Have a therapist go check it out. That's not part of the self-care stuff. That's the stuff where you have someone kind of diagnose you medically and treat you accordingly. When it comes to muscle issues, the 19-20 muscles that are below between the elbow and the wrist. You've got a bunch of muscles here between those two joints, more muscles between these two joints than any other two joints in your body. There's a lot of things we can do to get those forearms to work better. Upper arm, biceps, you've got two different muscles in here, triceps, three different heads. I want to make sure you get all these muscles across the elbow to work better. One of the ways to do that is to use tools such as the rumble roller or the cross ball, and you work in on that tissue by rocking or rolling through there, going left and right and trying to get into those different spaces and work out those muscles, working on the triceps and digging in, flexing and relaxing that arm and letting the bumps dig into that tissue. Sometimes that roller is going to be too sensitive, or your body's going to be too sensitive when using it. The muscles are going to react to where they just don't like the pressure from those little knobs digging in. That's where these little compression straps come in. Some of you use compression sleeves from Skins or some other companies. We put that sleeve on, it actually helps while you're doing a workout and so on. That's not how this works. You would not use this during a workout. You would only use this for a very short period of time before or after a workout. If you're using it after a workout, let your heart rate and your breathing come down to a normal level before you actually use this strap. You don't want to restrict blood flow when your heart's pounding on your chest. It's not a good idea. Before a workout, anytime you want to do it, that's fine, but you want to make sure that you're putting the strap at a comfortable level of tension on your body. One good way to get this thing started is you hold it in your hand for the side that you're working, and then you wrap according to getting it around your limb, and then you let go with that hand and then apply that strap to itself. You want to overlap this so it actually grips on itself, and then you can begin wrapping a couple different levels below. So I'm going to do one more time coming below, and I'm going to come up across front side of my elbow. I'm going to go around and wrap above the elbow. Now this is a little bit tricky when you do it to yourself. If you are doing it to yourself, you want to be mindful of how much tension you're placing on that elbow and on those tissues. If it's too much, you could actually do damage to yourself that you can't undo. But here I'm crossing like an X-shaped pattern above and below the elbow. I am leaving that back of the elbow exposed, and I'm just wrapping above and below. I want to be careful I'm not pulling the bones into a position that they can't move properly. Again, self-care versus therapeutic care where someone's doing it to you. If they've got a license to work on you, let them do it. They should know what they're doing. If you're doing this to yourself, it may be difficult to get that tucked in. If so, you hold that with the other hand. As much range of motion as possible, that's what you do, but you don't force it. In other words, I'm squeezing and I'm extending, but I'm not trying to pull this back against the point of pain. So I can get to the point where it's somewhat tight and uncomfortable, but not painful. I can do any series of motions I'm used to, such as straightening that arm, coming down, doing a push-up position, grabbing a pole and pulling against it. Anything that feels natural and normal, flexing that arm, extending that arm. For the most part, you want to leave this on between 30 seconds to 2 minutes, maybe less. If this is really tight, like it's feeling on me, I'm going to take that off because I can feel like it's starting to, my tissues are starting to scream at me. Somewhere between 30 seconds to 2 minutes is typically enough time to have this on. When you take it off, you should not have any type of bruising or anything like that. You should feel like there's a waterfall sensation of blood flooding through that area. That's what we're looking for. You want to restrict blood flow just enough to where you get a little pressure built up, and then when you take it off, boom, everything kind of flows through there. As you have this wrapped around and you're moving, you're squeezing the heck out of those tissues as they move. That actually works to break up some of the stuff inside. But your job with self-care is not to know for sure if you're breaking up adhesions or anything else. Your job is simply put it on, take it off. If it's painful while you have it on, take it off. If you have anything funky happening while you have it on, take it off, adjust it. Make sure that you're feeling better and moving better afterwards. If there's some type of a diagnosis necessary, get a therapist to do that. They're the ones that are licensed to diagnose stuff. Your job is just to take care of yourself and make yourself work better and move better. If you've done this properly, you should feel like the elbow actually gets better range of motion. You can extend more easily, you can flex more easily, and you actually can come back and start working in with these tools, and they're nowhere near as troublesome for you. Your body's nowhere near as sensitive when you work on it. So good luck with your efforts. Use the rollers, use the lacrosse balls, use the straps. You do all this stuff right, and your body should work better, and you can perform better and train harder. Good luck.